All right, so I'm back with another episode of how I found Islam, or how Allah chose me to be a Muslim. So, in my last video, I know I posted it a while ago, but in my last video, I talked about how I had stopped going to church because of a very traumatic event that happened when I was in high school, and I just didn't get the answer I was looking for with all of the very many Christians and priests that I talked to. So I was religionless, basically. That was a stage in my life when now I kind of reflect on it, and a little bit of Hanifan, kind of, because I just kind of rejected the idea that Jesus was God, the whole idea of what was going on at church. I left all of that alone. I still believed in God, and I actually talked to God all the time. I used to spend a lot of time outside. I'm from the countryside, so I used to spend a lot of time outside, just speaking to God. And I would talk to God, and I would ask God for help, and mostly I would just ask God to show me the best way to worship Him. So when it comes to holidays, like the holiday that's coming up, and the different religious holidays that are throughout the year, I like to reflect on that, and I think about my time when I was growing up. Some people might say, well, she talks about Christmas because she must have had a bad Christmas when she was younger. I didn't. I actually didn't. We had a very, very peaceful and loving time every single time. I do not have one bad Christmas memory in my whole life. But I did always used to think, especially as I got older, at that time when I was like 16, 17 years old, I used to wonder, does God want us to do this? What proof do we have that God wants us to actually do this? And so I didn't have an answer for that either. So again, I tried to learn about world religions through school, and that did not work. And then one time in my history class, I actually we were doing a debate, and this was what very close to what happened with the horrible massacre in Bosnia, and the differences between the Serbs and the Croats and the Bosnians and these different groups. And my history teacher said, well, we actually had a Muslim who was in our class last year, and they were debating, on the side of the Muslims. And I got very excited. And I'm like, we have somebody who's not Christian in my school? Like, who is this person? And my teacher refused to tell me. He refused to tell me. He felt like it was some type of secret. Maybe he didn't want me to learn about Islam, or he just didn't want me to maybe tease this person about not being Christian. So there I was. I knew there was a Muslim in the school, and I was finally going to have exposure to something that was not Christianity, but yet I didn't have any access to the person. SubhanAllah. Find out who it was in my next video, inshallah.